All right. What's up, everybody? A little late night listing live. I haven't done one of these all week, and I figured I'd get a couple listings done anyway. Everybody's finally asleep. I think Joey just laid down like 10, 15 minutes ago. He finally fell asleep, so I figured I'd hop on live for a little bit, take some photos of some items with you guys, and just kind of showing the listing process. I try to do these multiple times a week, but if you guys haven't heard, we're in the process of selling and buying a house right now, so this week has been kind of crazy, so I haven't had the opportunity to hop on and get some listings done with you guys, so I figured I'd do it now, and I'll probably do some tomorrow too, because I don't know if we have any plans for tomorrow. So first off, I want to start this live off by saying thanks to everybody who came out to the Whatnot show today. Had a good show today. Sold, I think, like 64 items. Goal is just to move some items over the next couple weeks. So if you come to those shows, you're going to get good deals. I think most of the stuff sold for anywhere between $7 to $10. We're just trying to clear some stuff out. So come to those shows, hang out, get some good items, and helps us not have to move so much. About the house offer, we're putting an offer first thing tomorrow morning. The people that we put an offer with countered with one stipulation, so we're going to accept it. So tomorrow morning we should sign the contract, and then we'll be on the way with that process. And then we're just waiting to hear back from the inspection of our house and all that stuff. So looks like it's moving along. Looks like this second house, the one that I originally wanted, is the option that we're probably going to go with. So I'm happy, and I'm excited to get that process started. So what's up, everybody? Good Guy Flips in the house. Welcome in. Lily's here. Of course, Lily's always like first, second, or third here. What's up, Lily? Blended's in the house. Juliet's up. Juliet's here, and Zach is here. What's up, everybody? Appreciate you guys hopping in. Again, late night listing live. We're just gonna hang out, do some listings, chat, hang out. That's what these lives are all about. If you don't know how the listing process works, I'm just gonna take photos in the booth behind me. I'll switch over to the camera that you see right there, so you guys will be able to see the whole entire listing process, and you'll be able to learn a little bit on how we list. I just unloaded one bag from Red, White, and Blue. We went there yesterday, grabbed a bunch of stuff, so I unloaded one of those bags. I'll probably try to list that pile tonight, photo it. We switched from doing 20 items per day. Because of the move, we're trying to only do 10 items a day, so we'll keep that eBay algorithm going, but we're not trying to like overload our inventory. We're trying to clear out as much as we can. So over the next few weeks, sales might slow down a little bit, but that's because we got lots of stuff going on. So appreciate it, Blended. The one across from the pool, yes, it's the one across from the pool, like directly across from the pool. So I'm excited. It also has solar that's going to be paid off at closing. So we're going to have solar on our house, which is good because if you guys don't know, I drive a Tesla, so it does help with the electricity bill if I do have solar hooked up to the house. And I'll probably buy one of those big, there's like a battery bank that you can hook up to your wall that hooks up to your solar that will just like store all the power in your house. Because I don't know if they have one of those yet. So I'm going to buy one of those and then the upgraded charger. And then basically I won't have to like go charge my car anywhere. Basically my car will always be fully charged, so there's no more stopping at the Wawa and grabbing a Wawa beverage and just chilling in the car waiting for my stuff to charge. Because right now we do have a charger, home charger here, but it's one of the lower watts chargers. So like if I plug it in from 8 till 8 in the morning, it only gets like 25% battery. So if I've used it most of the day, I don't get a full battery charge. So we're going to upgrade the charger. I was going to do it here, but there was no point since we knew we were moving. So I'm excited. All the upgrades. We're also going to the garage in that house is fully enclosed garage, so I'm going to be able to do these lives from the garage, and I'm going to put a AC unit out in the garage, so that'll be nice. I'll be nice and cool out there. We're also going to do Whatnot shows from the garage. Like everything business related will be in the garage. I'm trying to keep all the business stuff within the garage, not try to get any of that stuff within the house. Like even the desks and everything, even the computers will be out in the garage. So I'm looking forward to it. It's a 2-car garage, so we'll be able to fit everything out there. So like one side of the garage will be specifically for eBay, and then the other side will be specifically for like Whatnot shows and things like that. So solar in Florida does make sense, yeah. And we weren't going to buy it, but they have in the contract, they said that they're going to pay off the solar at closing, so we don't have to worry about that and paying that off ourselves or anything. So what's up, Jackie? Welcome in. We got Frenchie in the house. What's up, Frenchie? Welcome in. All right, let's get started. Let me see how this camera looks really quick because I didn't test it beforehand. So let me see. It's probably going to be off a little bit. So let me adjust this to the bottom down there, and then we're going to switch back and forth. Feel free to ask questions in the chat if you do have any questions. Of course, this is a good time to ask. And then let me switch back to this really quick. So I'm going to grab some items. We're probably going to do like 3 to 5 items on the live. I'm probably not going to hang out for too long because I am pretty tired today. Today's been stressful, waiting for the offer to get sent over. Just stressful. It's been a stressful week. So bear with us. Next week, we should be back on a normal routine. You figure with the kids going back to school, you figure that this week would be like back to normal, back to reality, no kids. But then we had all this house stuff like hit us all at once. So hopefully next week, I'm praying that everything goes normal. We're going to get the inspections this weekend too, hopefully. So we get all that out of the way. So next week is like a normal work week for us. All right, let me turn this on real quick and we'll go ahead and get started with listing. Like I said, everything we're listing tonight, we picked up at Red, White, and Blue yesterday. It is going to be a little blurry. Try to clean that off a little bit. It is going to be a little blurry because of the backlight. I can't really help it. Maybe I can angle this down. No, I don't think I can help it. It does need to be wiped off though. Maybe if I wipe it, the random shirt I have sitting over here, that might help it a little bit. Yeah, I think it helped it a little bit. What's up, Amy? Welcome in, Amy. Getting some listings done. All right, let's grab the first item. I think the first item is going to be a Patagucci, little Patagonia shirt. I forget what the tag colors were. I think pink was 50% off, if I can remember. I think yellow was 75. There was like a couple 50% off. Most of the stuff we grabbed yesterday was 50% off. Oh, green was 75, but there was 0 green tags at all in the entire store. I don't know why they put a green tag 75% off and they literally had nothing green. I heard some other people went to Red, White, and Blue yesterday in different locations in different areas, even in different states, and they saw the same thing. Like there was a specific tag that was 75% off, but there was literally nothing on the floor with that tag. So hopefully that's not a trend. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? First item we're going to list today is a little Patagonia. This is a Capilene Cool, and it is a nice little tank top, perfect for summertime. These are quick sellers. I paid $6.50. Paid a little bit up for this, but I'm going to list this probably for $24.99. It's going to sell really, really quick. So that's why I don't mind grabbing these. They're quick, easy sales. All right. Let's switch back over here. You guys should be able to see everything from there, and then I just got to remember to move it up. I'm a rookie at this. It's been about a week since I did one of these lives. All right, the reason I like this this light box more than the last light box because I can take my flat lay photos down there. If you've seen these lives, you know nice cover photos come from the bottom of the box. So that's what I'm doing right now. Is I'm going to take my cover photos. You're going to be able to see all these photos. Once I move all the listings over to Nifty, you'll be able to see it on the computer. So just hang out with me. Why is my phone's like not focusing right now? This is weird. It's like auto-focusing, but it's auto-focusing incorrectly. Let's see if I can get it to work. I might have to shut my phone off and turn it back on. Yeah, hold on. It's like weirdly auto-focusing on the wrong thing, which it usually doesn't do. Is that good? No, it's like, why is it doing that? It's like not focusing at all. Hang on, let me restart my phone real quick. Let me pop back over here. I'm gonna restart it and then we'll figure out what's going on. My phone's acting up. All right, restart. Let's see if that fixes it. I had to restart my phone earlier today too because it was going super slow. I don't know what's going on. How's everybody doing today? How's sales today? My sales have been kind of slow on eBay, but Poshmark has been good. I think I've sold 4 items today on Posh. I've sold 3 or 4 items on eBay. Yesterday I had like a 13 item sales day on eBay. Today's been uber slow. So what's up, Hope? Hopefully this phone will start working. Let me go grab my drink real quick too. You guys will be able to hear me over here. I forgot my drink on the table. Yeah, sales have been a little slower today, although I could have a really good night. Again, we're only listing 10 items per day, so that might contribute to the slower sales as well. I just heard Kayla's phone cha-ching as I'm saying I'm having slow sales. In the other room, my phone's restarting. Let's see. Yep, just sold Eileen Fisher and just sold a Jordan Polo. Well, never mind. We're not having slow sales. See? Cha-ching. All right, is that working now? Yeah, I think it's working. We're good. Where's the light box from? This light box is linked in my link tree in my products we use on a daily basis section. I did just talk to the company. They do have more coming. They should be here within the next week. And then they said they have 150 scheduled to be made within the next month. So they shouldn't have any issues running out. They're literally trying to overload how many they have on Amazon, because they know once I say that they're back in stock, they're probably going to sell like another 20 to 30. I think within 3 days, I sold them out. I want to say they had like 20 light boxes available, and within 3 days we sold all 20 of them. So they're trying to overstock them right now, so that doesn't happen again. Sir Smith, the Backstreet Boys, yeah, it's his favorite band. He sings them all the time. That and Taylor Swift. Poshmark has been king for the last few days. Yeah, Poshmark turned back on today. Something re-triggered on Poshmark. I recently made the move to eBay full-time, beyond posting all stock, refining listings, and shopping, cross-posting. What are some additional avenues for acquisition? Current stock is clothing, plushies, mugs, makeup, miscellaneous, maybe some pillar categories you seek out. So you're asking, what are some additional avenues for acquisition? Wholesale is a good way to source. So if you're able to find a way to wholesale, get some wholesale in. What I would do is look on Facebook Marketplace for bulk buys. That's a good way to get a lot of inventory all at once. There's lots of people looking to just offload a bunch of stuff. So if you can set yourself up with a person like that. Also, going to flea markets, you can usually find people that do like estate sales, and they always have extra inventory that they just want to offload. If you're able to find one of those people, you can make a connection with them. Have business cards. Have you're on Facebook right now, so have your Facebook or have your Instagram page readily available to give out to people so they can message you. And then just put out posts. Like, say you're looking for wholesale, that could help bring in some stuff. Post on socials. Get some people sending you some stuff. But I think locally is probably your best bet until you grow your social media account up a little bit. What a beautiful sound! I know. Cha-ching! I was just saying how slow my sales are. eBay must have heard me. Any luck with selling a house? Yes, we already have an offer accepted on the house. We put an offer in on another house 2 days ago. That one didn't get accepted because they got another offer. Literally, the house had been on market for 3 months and didn't get an offer. And for some reason, the day we put in an offer, somebody else put an offer the same exact day, which is kind of annoying. But then we put another offer on a house earlier today. The seller said that they accept all of our contingencies except for one issue. So they did a little counter offer to us today, and we're just waiting for the contract to be sent to us, and then we're going to sign it. So then we're going to be under contract on a new house. So we're excited, super excited. It's the house that I originally wanted. So I'm pretty happy. The girls are kind of PO'd, but I'm like, you guys are going to love this house once we move in, because it's, like I said, it's right across the street from a pool. It's really, really nice. So I'm excited. That should happen tomorrow, and then we start moving on with the process of that. So we're happy. Everything's moving along. I just bought a smaller one and it's not working well. Yeah, the bigger one, there's multiple sizes. So if you have a room for the bigger ones, the dimensions are on the Amazon listing, Amber. So decide which one you want. This one works perfect for me. I like the size. I like the weight of it. It's easy to move. That's why we decided to go with it. All right, this should work now. My phone for some reason wasn't working, but now it should work. All right. Patagonia tank top right here. It's a good size too. The reason we paid up for it, it's a men's size 2XL, which of course is a good size. The bigger the better when it comes to men's pieces. And super easy to photo this. I am just going to do inside tag photo right here. And then I'm going to do my pit to pit measurement on the tank. So they're super easy to do a pit to pit on. Got to move it up a little bit though. Just lay it flat. Throw that down, pit to pit. Whoops, did I get it good? I kind of moved my phone. Yeah, it's kind of blurry. Let me delete that real quick. I'm trying to move too quick here. Okay, and then I usually have a clear hanger up here. I have a clear pants hanger, but it's not, maybe I should use the pants. No, I'm not gonna use the pants hanger. I'll just use the wooden hanger. Usually I have a clear, just a plain clear hanger for tank tops, but for some reason it's not in here right now. So the wood on the hanger will show on the outsides, but it won't be that big of a deal. There's that. Nice Patagonia, no stains, no flaws on this one. And it should sell pretty quick. With Capilene cools are like a really good one to look for, because people really like these. I'm gonna take the top to bottom measurement on that one. Oh, I forgot, I need to flip you guys up. You guys probably can't see anything I'm doing right now. Sorry. I'll get used to this. There you go. I already took the front, top to bottom, and now I'm taking the back, and that's it. Patagonia is photoed. Put this over here. Now we're on to the next one. Yes, the house is in Riverview. Why do I keep pressing that button? I keep pressing the wrong button to move you guys back. What's up, Debbie? Welcome in. Hopefully everything's doing good. How you feeling, Debbie? You feeling better from, I know last week you were dealing with surgery and whatnot. Hopefully you're feeling better. I've been posting items from my eBay stock on my marketplace. There isn't a delivery fee. However, I feel obligated to discount the price further on marketplace. What discount would you prefer on marketplace? I don't sell anything on marketplace. I don't like meeting up with people. I get why you do it because there's no fees or anything like that. But I prefer eBay because there's more buyers on eBay. You have less flakes on eBay. I'm sure dealing with Facebook Marketplace, you probably have seen people say they're going to come pick something up. You go try to meet up with them and they don't show up. So I don't know. You're getting cash for items, so you probably should discount a little bit. You don't have to, but you could discount a little bit because it's cash for the items you're getting. You're not having to worry about fees or anything like that. So I don't know. I don't really know how to answer. I mean, whatever you're comfortable with. If you paid $5 for an item, you usually sell it for $30 on eBay, and you take $20 on Facebook cash. I think that's a good little discount for the buyer. I think that'll work. I did what you want to do. I hand out cards at the bins. A C girl called me today. Had a garage sale. I picked up about 200 pieces of good stuff and 100 shorts at $1 a piece. Let's go. That's the way you should do it right there. That's a good idea that I didn't share with the person earlier who asked. Florida resale. What you should do is what Ralph did. I talked about this in a previous live too. You should hand out cards at the bins. Say like, I'm looking for Polo Ralph Lauren, Patagonia, Cool, Lululemon, Viore. I'll pay $5 a piece for that stuff because the people at the bins are paying $1 a piece for that stuff, and a lot of them just want to make quick under the table cash. So you could walk in there with $100 and buy a whole bunch of inventory straight from the bins, and you could set up a weekly routine where you go to the bins once a week and just grab a whole bunch of stuff. So we'll be neighbors. Let's go. I'm looking forward to moving to Riverview. I think it's going to be a good spot for the family. I also think Riverview is like up and coming. That's one of the reasons why we want to move there, because we can see within the next 10 years, I think that area will look completely different, and the housing market will start booming there. Lots of the neighborhoods there are like really, really pretty. So we're glad. Wow, that's a good deal. What did I say it was? I don't know what you're responding to, but whatever it is, it's probably a good deal. My brain's all over the place today. If you couldn't tell, I'm a little tired. You're doing good? Okay, cool, Debbie. I'm glad you're doing better. All right, what do we got here? This is a good piece. This one was kind of hard to tell what it was at first, but this was 50% off, I believe. I think yellows was 50. I can't remember the tag color. But all I saw with this one is this right here. No tag in the back. But the thing that led me to pick this up was the zipper. And I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it, but the zipper has that Brooks Brothers logo on it. And then down here at the bottom, it has the RF with the Brooks Brothers logo. So I was like, oh, this is Brooks Brothers. It's kind of like a hidden piece. You wouldn't be able to tell what it is unless you really looked at it. And then down here, you can see the size is down there. So it doesn't have the tag up top. It has a tag at the bottom. And this one says 67% merino wool, 22% poly-made, 8% polyester, and then some acrylic in there too. So it's a really nice, really nice Brooks Brothers like quilted full zip wool piece. This is going to sell really well. I'm going to get this listed now because obviously in the next couple months it's going to be winter season, which means pieces like this are going to start flying. So if I paid 50%, which I think I paid on this piece, that means I paid $7.50 for it. So nice little steal. Association fee is really cheap in that. The one that we're buying, if I can remember correctly, I think it was like $35 or something like that. It's pretty cheap. Most of the association fees in Riverview are actually really cheap because they have a CCD fee. I think is what it's called, CCD. Basically like a CCD tax. So it's pretty expensive. I think that house is $6,000 a year, so it ends up being $500 extra a month. And that's why your association fees are less, because the CCD fees are higher. Because it's like an up and coming area. Why is my phone doing that? It's so weird. I wasn't doing this earlier. All right, there we go. Brooks Brothers. I'm gonna take a photo of the little zipper right there, so I can see it's a nice Brooks Brothers zipper. Because again, it doesn't have the tag up top. No tag up top. Boom, boom. And then tag on the inside. This is going to have all my details on what this item is, what it's made out of. So I'm just going to snap a photo just like that. And then I just need to do my full front, full back, and that's it. Yeah, it's a good idea to go to the bins and hand out cards. I think that's one of the best ideas because a lot of people at the bins, they just want to make quick cash. So if you can set yourself up with a couple of those people and they grab good stuff, the key is making sure they grab good stuff too. They don't grab stuff with stains and flaws because a lot of stuff at the bins is stained and flawed. But yeah, if you can get some good pieces really cheap, you can make a returning customer out of yourself coming back once a week. It's easy money. This is such a nice jacket. It's got like a different texture on the back and it's quilted on the front. Super duper nice. Key with these is to make sure they don't have any stains though. I made sure I checked this thing over, and also no holes too because it's made out of wool. But I checked this thing over like 4 times at the thrift just to make sure. There was another wool piece that I grabbed. Same thing, it was Brooks Brothers, but that one had a hole in it. Kayla spotted it. Let me close this up so I don't wake anybody up. I can't wait to move and be in the garage so I don't have to worry about waking anybody up. All right, go back to the main screen. Do you guys have any content on possible write-offs and recommendations for additional info on write-offs possibilities? I would talk to a professional, a tax professional about that. Flauta, is that how you pronounce it? I would talk to a tax pro on any tax advice. You don't want to take tax advice from random people on the internet. There's so many good tax advisors out there that'll be able to help you explain how you can write off your mileage, how you can write off your cost of supplies, how you can write off your cost of goods, how you can write off like upgrades to your house that technically are for your business. For example, one of the things I'm going to do when I move to my new place is I am going to purchase a AC unit for the garage, and that is going to be a write-off because it's for the business, because I'm going to be out in the garage working outside and it's super hot out there. So to be able to keep myself from being so hot, I'm going to buy a AC unit. So things like that you can write off in your business, and your tax professional will be able to tell you if you can write it completely off or if you can write a portion of it off, so on and so forth. Your space in your house, things like that. Like all that stuff is write-offs you can potentially take off depending on how you have your house set up and stuff like that. There are some tax pros that'll tell you, like, for example, if your garage space, if you have like 50% of it is for your household goods, so you have like your lawnmower in there, your weed whacker, and then on the right hand side you have all of your business supplies, you can only write off a portion of that. If more than 50% is taken up by your business, sometimes they'll tell you can write the whole thing off because you got more of your business in there than your personal stuff, so on and so forth. So that's all rules that a tax pro will be better at answering. And I would link up with one of them before tax season, before it gets crazy, because then you can start logging this stuff like your miles and things like that. You can start logging that stuff before, you know, the busy peak time, because once it gets peak time, that they're dealing with all kinds of people, and sometimes they won't answer those basic questions super fast. So I would get with them like ASAP. Oh, what did I pay for this? This was white tag. Maybe white was 75. No, white was 25, I think. Maybe. I forget what we paid for this, but it was $10. It was discounted some way. This is a Kayla pickup. This is I think this is 25% off. So we paid $7.50 for it. Again, paid up a little bit for this one, but it's the Patagonia Capilene Cool, I think it is. It says Common Threads Initiative. Pretty sure this is a Capilene Patagonia. It's a women's size small, but it's one of the long sleeve versions. And last couple ones of these I listed, they sold like within days of me listing. So that's why we grabbed these. Might pay up a little bit for them, more than some people would, but they sell so fast that it's worth it for us. Switch this back down here. Whoops, not that far. There we go. Also, when we move to the new place, I'm going to have this camera mounted to the roof, and I'm going to have a USB ran from the roof all the way to my computer. So all I have to do is just plug you guys in, and you'll have like a perfect view of the light box. That's my goal. That's one of my goals as soon as I move in. All right, Let's lay this down. I'm just trying to make this flat as possible. There's always wrinkles in these because they're hard to get. They're that spandexy material, so they're hard to get like perfect. But that's about the best I can do. It's gonna have a little bit of wrinkles in it, but nothing I can do. All right, snap this photo. This is a black piece, so what I do is I tap on the white part of the screen, and that, you know, dims out the back a little bit, makes it look more blacker than it is. Helps the colors. I don't really need to take a picture of the inside tag because this already has what the item is made out of on it. So what I do need to slide this down a little bit, do my pit to pit. And then this shirt is pretty small, so I'm not going to be able to use the wooden hanger. I'm going to have to use this hanger right here. Oh, it probably was all blurry for you guys too. It's like not focusing because it's a solid black piece. I apologize. But I'm going to have to use this hanger. Now it should focus when I move this up. There you go. I'm going to use that hanger because the wooden hanger is going to be too wide for this piece. It's just kind of a small, it's a women's small, so. Picture the Patagonia logo at the bottom. Do a little top to bottom action. And this one also has a Patagonia logo on the back of the neck, so I'm going to make sure I take a photo of that nice and up close. Again, I'm going to tap on the back of the screen to make it look darker. Snap that photo, and we are good to go. My CPA pushes turn every dollar you spend, turn it 4 to 6 times a year. My CPA pushes turn. Every dollar you spend, turn it 4 to 6 times a year. What does that mean? Turn it 4 to 6 times a year? Is it like make profit with it 4 times? I'm lost. I don't know what that means. Have a good night. I appreciate you, Florida. Appreciate you stopping in. We have a mini split in the garage. It's amazing. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get a mini split. I talked to one of my buddies who's a reseller, and he has like a window, not a window unit, but maybe it's a mini split. Maybe it's the same thing. It's the one that you mount to your wall. Like it's looks like a big box that you mount to your wall. That's probably what I'm going to do out there. I'm going to need like something big to keep that garage, because it is a decent sized garage. I'm going to have to keep it nice and cool. But I'm happy. I'm going to be super excited once we move in. I'm just so stressed. Last couple days have been probably the most stress we've been in a very long time. I'm the type of person, I don't get stressed out at all. Even like under like super stressful situations, I'm usually pretty calm, cool, and collected, and I can think through it and usually make an educated decision on what I'm going to do. But this, oh man, this has been so stressful. If you don't have to buy a house, don't do it, because it's not for the faint, not for the weak. All right, here's a good item. Where's that? I don't know where my buttoning tool went. Where did she put it? I thought I had it over here. Oh, there it is. It was underneath the pile. This is a good piece right here. This is a Kayla find. Did pay up a little bit for it, more than what most people probably would pay for it. But it was at red, white, and blue, so that's typical. It's fully unbuttoned though, but it's a new with tag piece. I was going to throw this into this weekend's Whatnot show, because we didn't pay much for it. I know it's going to sell really well on the Whatnot show, but I think I'm going to list it because it's going to sell fast on eBay too. I'll show it to you guys in just a second. Let me button this up. Okay. So let me flip the cuff on that one too. Move out old inventory to get rid of it. Nice, yeah. I think I'm getting more into that game too, like in and out the door with the inventory. I think that's my goal. We're gonna move some stuff that I have listed right now on Whatnot over the next couple weeks, like some of my oldest listed inventory. Started at a cheap price, just get it out the door. Yeah, because we've noticed like our older listings our newer listings are selling a lot faster than our older listings. That's a mini split. Okay, that's what we're gonna get. How much did you pay for yours, Debbie? I think my buddy said he paid like $700 for his. That's with installation too. We're gonna get a bigger hanger. They're not available yet. Trisha said she will have some available within the next by the end of this week or early next week, I believe is when she said that she's going to have some more available. So pay attention to my Facebook page. I'm going to post it right to my Facebook page as soon as there's some available for you guys. Struggling with a light purple Kanye hoodie. The camera can't seem to pick up the color right. It gets all pixelated. Yeah, so if you're, I don't know if you're using a light box to take your photos, I'd suggest using a light box. And typically when I'm taking photos, I'm going to have my phone open like this. And let's say, let's say it's inside the light box. I'm going to tap on the screen wherever I see the white. So if I got a close-up photo, like, let me just go on to a close-up photo. For example, this close-up photo right here. What I'll do when I have it set up in the light box is I'll just tap on the white part of the screen just like that. It's not going to do that, but it'll change the colors on the screen just like that, and it'll make the item darker. And then of course, if you're using an iPhone, what you can do is where you're taking your photos, you just hold down on the screen just like this, and it's going to pop up this little thing. And then from here, you can now darken your photos or lighten your photos. You just scroll up and scroll down. It's kind of hard to do when I'm going through the phone like this, but you just hold it like that, and then you scroll up to brighten, down to darken. So as you can see, it's darkening the photo right now. It's lightening the photo. That's the way it does. It's a AF lock is what that function is called. No news on Nifty yet. She hasn't responded to my DMs, which means she's probably like working hard on whatever she's going to release next. So I'll message her again, see if she'll answer me tomorrow. Not sure if my comment came through. I didn't see it, Natalie. No comment from, I don't see any of your comments, Natalie. Just drop it down in the chat again and I'll get you. If I spend 20K, for example, I need to make 80 to 100K by year, 120K by year's end. That's a good little model to live by right there. That's a good one. All right, let's take photos of this really quick. Oh, I forgot to show what this is. Probably is easier to show on this camera. But this is an Ariat shirt. It does have this little cardboard piece in here because it is brand new, but I'm not going to use that cardboard piece because it's going to be hard to ship. But men's Ariat Pro, brand new with tag, long sleeve shirt. It's a good size too. It's a size medium. Men's and brand new with tags. We paid $12.50 for this. This is actually in the women's section. Kayla found this in the women's section, and we picked this up. Paid a little up for it, but obviously, being that it's brand new with tags, I usually sell these in pre-owned condition for right around 30 bucks. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to get somewhere around like 40, maybe 45 on this. I haven't done any comping on this, but I think right around that price is pretty average for a brand new with tag Ariat shirt. Where'd I put my phone? There you go. And take my cover photo. Boom. Pull this down so I can get that tag photo. Take a photo of this tag as well. I'm going to flip it around. Actually, I probably won't get that much. I didn't realize these only retailed for $54.95. So I'll probably get somewhere around 40 for this, because if it's retails for $54.95, I'm not going to be able to get, close to full retail price for this. Ariat really only retails that much? That's crazy. All right, that one is photoed. I got all the bottom photos except for the pit to pit. $22.50. Okay. And then we are going to throw this on a hanger. Now that I've done this with this light box setup so many times, I've got like a routine down, so I can usually photo 10 items, not on live. Usually takes me, 20 minutes, 25 minutes to photo them. If I'm just sitting over here listening to a podcast, just going super fast, get these done pretty quick. Flip that around like that. Super nice shirt. There's that. There's that. And the back of the shirt with the top photo where it shows that Ariat logo at the top. And that one is done. What's up, Thrifty? Welcome in. Yeah, I didn't see your comment, Natalie. If you commented again, it didn't come through again. Found a Notre Dame Johnny O vest, retails for $158. Let's go. I sold a Johnny O polo the other day. I think it was a Johnny O Mets polo, and it sold pretty quick. It sold for like 25 bucks. It was pre-owned condition. Nice little flip. I love finding Johnny O, Peter Millar, Tommy Bahama sports teams pieces. They always sell really, really quick, and because the seasons are right around the corner for a lot of football, stuff like that, they're actually selling pretty quick right now, just for that purpose, just for that reason. Slide this in. Throw this right into the bag. And Kayla's got a little bit of work to do tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a chill at home kind of day. We might go to a thrift store because we got to put a bunch of this stuff into inventory. Look how pretty that looks. Boom. Right there in the bag. Throw that over there. And then Kayla will do that tomorrow. Do one more photo of an item. A little quick listing live. This is a good one too. Kayla scooped this one up. Oh, it doesn't have the tag. Did it fall off? I forget what we paid for this. I think we paid like $15 for this, but this is a good piece. You guys will see this in a video. I took some video of this for like a thrift haul video, but this is a men's Greyson, men's size 2XL Greyson like puffer vest. Easy money, easy money. But if I can remember correctly, we did pay up a little bit for it because it's a good piece. G-Star Raw shorts, same Goodwill. Let's go. G-Star Raw, underrated brand. Send you a couple pictures if you have a look to see if you're interested in the lilies. Oh, you sent them on Instagram? Let's see. Got the hiccups right now. Yeah, we'd be interested. Do you know what sizes they are, Natalie? I can't tell from the sizes on here. I can't tell from the tags on here. What are the sizes? I will say this, like typically like smaller sizes, like smalls and extra smalls, they don't sell super well on Whatnot. So, but if you have a good mix of like smalls, mediums, larges, and bigger sizes, those will typically sell a lot better. I'm just worried about getting too many smaller sizes and not getting enough for you. All right, there we go. Really nice Greyson vest. Again, if you got winter items, you might want to consider start listing them like right now, because in the next couple months or next couple weeks, it's going to start slowly getting cooler outside. And this is a good time to get this stuff listed. Man, this is such a nice piece. Just going to do the Pitts Pit right now that I have this here before I move this. Boom. Is this reversible? No, it's not reversible. It looked reversible. Is it? No, it's not reversible. Try to keep most of my fingers out of this. All right. Let's bring this back up to there. And then this is another piece we probably could have ran on Whatnot for this weekend. We probably should run it. I'll just list it on eBay. If it doesn't sell by Saturday, I'll probably just run this on Whatnot, because this is a really nice draw piece. Zippers work. I probably should have tested those in the store. This even has a chest zip pocket on it, and it's got the Greyson logos all over the front. It's a really, really sick piece. I could just move this over. I use Vindu for Whatnot cross listing, so what I could do is I could just move this over and just run it with all my measurements on it on Whatnot if I don't sell it by Saturday. Boom. And a close-up of the little logo up there. Super nice piece. Medium to XLs, have no smalls left. Beautiful. Yeah. I'll talk to you after live. We'll probably end up taking that stuff, and we can probably take it before we move, because that's one thing. I'll just load up a Lily Flitzer shelf, and then we'll run those. We'll talk more off live. I'll message you as soon as I'm done. Just finish my packing for the day. Let's go. Sold my first RL, a double RL piece today for 170. Are you the one who messaged on the live the other day? I think it was either this morning or yesterday. Somebody said that they found a double RL piece for the first time, and they asked me if I find that brand often. Double RL is amazing. So there's half a pallet, beautiful. Yeah, I'll talk after the live. We'll talk numbers and stuff like that. Make sure you're comfortable before I end up taking. I'm not just going to take it and just to run it. I want to make sure you're comfortable with like prices I can get and stuff like that. Are you just looking to like offload it, Natalie, or you just want it gone? Because I know I can get good prices for that stuff. I just want to know. I want to know where you're comfortable selling those at, like what your price point has to be, because we can work it out to where it makes sense. These are not the bigger bags. Where does she have the bigger bags at? Oh well, I'll do it off the live. All right, let's load these into Nifty really quick. If you guys have never seen how this works, super easy. I'm going to load my photos from my phone onto Nifty, and then I'm going to generate my listings straight on Nifty. So let's see. Just want to gone. Okay, I can make that happen. I can make that happen really fast. Give me, DM me really quick and give me an estimate on how many pieces you have total of the pallet. Like how many, just estimate. You don't have to be exact, just so I know like how much I'm getting in. Because what I'll probably do is just do a whole Lily Plitzer show, an entire Lily Plitzer show, and I'll advertise it as that. And it'll probably be a Saturday show, all Lily. And that means I might hold some of my Lily pieces. We actually just picked up a bunch of Lily this week too. So maybe we'll hoard some Lily pieces and make like an entire pre-owned and new with tag Lily Plitzer show. I think that will bring a ton of people out. All right, so I am going to go over to my photos, and I'm going to add my photos in that I just took into Nifty. So basically I'm adding my photos. Once I add my photos in, I can generate my listings, and I'm doing this in bulk. So I can add all 5 that I just took, all 5 items. I can add all those photos in all at once. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I just selected a bunch of random photos. 2, 3, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. All right, there's that Brooks Brothers, and this does have sideways photos. I accidentally took them sideways, and I can show you how you can fix that on Nifty too, where you don't have to fix it on your phone. You can just easily move those around on Nifty. Back, boom, boom. Okay, got the Patagonia being added. I just hit the add button. It's going to start adding those photos in for me. That's a women's piece, not a men's piece. So I got to make sure I hit men's. That piece was men's, that piece was men's, right? Okay. Number 4 is going to be the Ariat piece, or Ariat, however you pronounce it. Okay. Ariat piece is being added in. And you can do this from your computer too. If you upload the photos to your computer and you want to do it that way, you can do it that way too. I just like doing it from the phone. It's a little easier, in my opinion. All right, last one is the Greyson vest that we just took photos of. We're gonna select men's, and as soon as this little button down here turns purple, it's grayed out right now because it's still loading some photos in. As you can see, it just turned purple. We're gonna hit generate listings, boom. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring you over to this screen, and I'm going to refresh it. As you can see, those are getting put in from my phone to Nifty via the website, and it's already generated those 2 listings. I've seen a lot of other AI listers coming out recently. I will say this, test and see how fast they upload your items. As you can see, I just did all that in bulk, and within seconds I had my first listing done. These 2 are lagging up a little bit. As you can see, those are done. I've seen some of these AI listers take like 2 to 3 minutes per listing to generate the details. I think that's way too long for an AI lister, but there you go. Those are all imported. Now let me show you this one. For some reason, when I was taking the photos, I didn't notice that it turned sideways on me. So if you didn't know, you can fix all these like that. So now that's fixed. This one's also sideways, so that one's fixed now. You can unhighlight that. Whoops, what did I just do? I just messed it up. No. Cancel. Okay. I'm going to do it this way. It's probably easier just to do them one at a time. So hit save. And then with this one, you're just going to hit save. And then this one, I don't like how it's sideways like that. I think that's how I took it, but I want it to be straight up and down like that. So then I hit save, and now those are all saved out. And then what I'll do from here is I'll go through and edit this listing. I'm not going to do it right now. As you can see, men's is in the front. Not all AI tools are perfect, so you're going to have to move some stuff around. This one, I'm going to put men's in right here. It also didn't put the size in the title, so I'm going to put size right there. Even though it has the size down here, it didn't put it in the title. And then I'm going to check pit to pit on this one. This one also messed up the pit to pit, so I'm going to do like that. 22 inches is fine, and I think this is 28 inches. So that is 22 by 27. I'm going to up that to 28. Everything else is fine. The rest of the description I don't really care about. There's no sleeve length or shoulder, so we're going to take that out too. But everything else is right. They put all these keywords down at the bottom, so as long as this information is right, I'm cool with it. Then we're going to scroll down. Pricing, I'm not going to price this out yet because I didn't do any research on it. I'll do that later. And then all this other stuff I'll fill out later as well on this piece. So I'm just going to update this draft, and it's saved for later, and then I'll finalize it tomorrow morning when I am doing a little editing. But as you can see, all this stuff, all these titles are put in. Again, with AI, I always suggest to go through now, no matter what AI tool you're using, and just verify everything's correct. You're going to have to move some stuff around a little bit, but at least most of your listing is created, and you're just going to finish it off. Ever heard of Roots hoodie? Roots, I've heard of the brand. I don't think it has good resale value though. Did you add extra lights in your light box? No, I'm only using the 6 that it came with. All 6 that it came with, I got 2 on the front up here, the very top, 2 at the very top up there, and then 4 go down the sides. I do have extra lights from my other light box that when we move, I'll probably add in there. But this takes decent enough photos with just the 6 that are in there. I can show you some of these photos too real quick. Hold on. Like let's go into this Greyson. It's like a darker color too, darker color item. So that's my cover shot for it. This is all that I just took right in front of you guys too. Full front, full back, tag photo, little back shot of the Greyson piece. This also shows the pattern really well too, so the person can see what the pattern looks like up close. And then I got my 2 measurement photos, and that was all taken right there in the light box, right in front of you guys. Let me show the Ariat shirt too, so you can see what the Ariat shirt looks like. Cover photo, I should have came in a little closer on this one. I don't really like how the shoulders look rounded, but yeah, no editing at all. I didn't take out the background on this, even though it kind of looks like I didn't do any background removal. That's the full front. This is what that hanger does for you. It extends the shoulders, so the shoulders droop like this. If it was a regular hanger, it would end right here, which means the shoulders would like droop like right there. So that's the benefit you get with that, with Trisha's hanger. You got the back of the shirt. You got the tag photo, shows the brand, shows the size. You got the inside tag photo, shows what the item is made out of. Got the retail tag. I flipped this over so they can read the retail tag if they wanted to. This same thing, it flipped my thing around, so I'm gonna make sure I spin it like that. And then I'm gonna move this actually up in the photo list, but those are my 2 last photos. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over here, and I'm going to go down the bottom and hit update draft, so it saves that. So when I update it later with the price and everything, I'll do that later on tonight or tomorrow morning, and that listing will be ready to go live. Any tips on sourcing and increasing my inventory? Garage sales have been going great, but it's seasonal. We just talked about this earlier, Aaron. One thing I suggested, and Ralph brought it back up, I would highly suggest if you have a bins close to you and you're like, let's say you're sourcing mostly clothing, go up to the people at the bins, hand out business cards, and tell people at the bins like, hey, I'm looking for Ralph Lauren shirts. If you find any Ralph Lauren polo shirts, I'll pay you $3 for the Ralph Lauren polo shirts. And a lot of those people are just there making quick cash. So if they can find Ralph Lauren shirts for you, hoard them. They're paying like $1 or something for them, and you buy them for $3. They're doubling their investment. Let's say they find 30 to 40 of those a week. That's good money, good kind of under the table money too, because a lot of those people work under the table too. So you can build your inventory that way, is just going to the bins. Facebook Marketplace, connecting with people on Facebook Marketplace. If you go to garage sales, maybe going to not estate sales, but flea markets, and a lot of people who do like storage unit buyouts and things like that, they just offload a bunch of stuff at flea markets. So you can set up yourself a deal with them, like, hey, anytime you get these brands of clothing, I'll buy them off of you before you bring them to the flea market. Just call me, I'll come by your place and swing by and grab all the stuff. So there's multiple ways to source. Wholesale is another option too. You can look for wholesale sites. I do have List It, which is a wholesale site that we run that has a bunch of wholesale currently on it right now. So all the good lots on that get eaten up pretty quick. Is Nifty a phone app? No, it's web based. So the same thing I'm using on my computer, I just use on my phone. I just go through the web on it. What's going on with Nifty and Etsy issues? I have no clue. They have a banner going at the top right now. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, they have a banner at the top right now. I don't use Etsy. Etsy has its own issues all the time, so I don't use Etsy, but it says having intermittent issues, which is affecting syncing the listing. If you're having trouble with either functionality, please try again at the top of the hour. So yeah, there's some issues going on with Etsy right now with Nifty. I don't use Etsy, so hasn't affected me. Yeah, Secretariat. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. Secretariat, I think is how you pronounce it. I just call it Ariat. However I'm feeling that day. I'm late to the party. I'm understanding correctly. Nifty is on mobile. Nifty is, yeah, you could, but it's on the web. So when I go just press on my Safari, Nifty's right there. So it's the same thing. That's why it uploads instantly to your computer. It's because you're doing it through the web. So as soon as this is updated on your phone through the web, it automatically updates on your computer through the web. Yeah, measurement photos sideways. Yeah, I fixed it. That's a good thing about Nifty. I just learned that like last week that I could rotate the photos because usually I did it on my phone, like I edited the photo, but now I don't have to worry about that. I can just do it right there on Nifty. Roots is a Canadian brand. Some stuff okay, most no. There's from Mr. Peak, Mr. Western brand himself. Still waiting to get my hands on a Trish hanger. Yes, she said earlier this week that they're going to be available soon. So there's either sometime this week or early next week. I'm assuming her husband's cut out quite a few of them, and he's working on getting them together. He does work another job too. So whenever he has extra time, that's when he makes the hangers. But he said he's going to have some more available. Thing I'm not secure yet is Nifty doesn't give comps at listing where eBay does. So you got to know your pieces ahead. Wondering your thoughts. I think it's better that Nifty doesn't give you pricing. eBay, for example, the pricing that eBay gives you is usually 99.999% off of what you should be listing your item for. eBay's only taking a couple little things from your title to generate what they think the item is worth. I have never, ever once used eBay's pricing to actually price my item. I actually never even look at it. If you're at the store and you're sourcing that item, you should have looked it up when you were at the store. So you should know that item is a pickup at the store, not wait until you get home to load it into eBay to tell you what eBay thinks it's worth. There's other listers that do give you prices. I understand why, but again, most of those are off. You should really be doing your own research on your own pieces. There's different things that will cause your items to go up in price and down in price too. For example, if you take really, really good photos, you can usually ask a little bit more than what the market is on your item. So you shouldn't be paying attention to what a lister will tell you or what eBay tells you what you should be pricing your item at. You should be doing that yourself by looking up sold comps. So I actually like that Nifty doesn't do that. I don't think it should do that. I think you yourself should be doing the pricing. I think eventually maybe AI will get good enough to where they price things accurately, but eBay uses AI right now to do it and it's not very good. So that's what I'd say. Nifty is really quick uploading in the app too. Yeah, it's not technically an app. It's on your phone. A lot of people get that confused, but it's basically the same thing. I mean, if you load it up on your browser, everybody has a browser on their phone. If Nifty had an app, it would pretty much be the same time to press the app or press the browser to open it. I actually always have Nifty on my phone. I don't like clear my cookies or anything on my phone. So whenever I'm ready to do some listings, I literally just take my phone and tap on this, and then Nifty's right there all the time. So I always have it just ready to load. So if I'm ever like out and about and I've already taken photos for the day, I can just load them into Nifty, and then later on when I get home, I can just finalize the listings. If anybody has been listening and they're interested and they haven't tried Nifty, I'm gonna throw the code in the chat really quick. Feel free to click on this. You do get a 7-day free trial and it saves you 15%, and it does give me a little kickback too if you decide to go with Nifty. But again, you got 7 days free if you use that link that I just put down in the comments below. And that's it. We did 5 listings tonight. I'll probably be live again tomorrow night, most likely, depending on what we do tomorrow night. And then Saturday night's a big Whatnot show, so make sure you go bookmark that. I'm so tired, guys. I think you guys can see it in my eyes. I'm so tired. Scored a Lauren Ralph Lauren boy size 4 plaid button down for $2. Any suggestion on pricing? or is it even worth listing? I've found that when we list Polo Ralph Lauren kids pieces, if it's a good plaid color, I would suggest listing somewhere around $14.99 to $17.99 plus ship. That's usually what we get for those pieces. So I've noticed that if you have good photos and your price inside the market value, you'll have better luck with sales by taking best offer off, especially if it's a good item. Yeah, so what we do, it's nothing. That's a good suggestion. What we do is any item under $25, we take best offer off on our listings. Feel free to keep offers on if you want to, but I like keeping that no offers at 25 or less because I don't have much wiggle room on those items. And like you said, you take good photos, you have a good description, good title, those items will sell themselves at that price point. So that's what we do. But I appreciate you guys. I'll probably be live tomorrow morning shipping out orders. So probably like 9 hours from now, I'll be live again shipping out today's orders technically. And so, yeah, I'll see you guys then. Peace.